And Emalee is a senior at Windsor High School, and I'm just going to be asking her some questions about mental health, as it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So thanks, Emalee. Is it okay I ask you some questions?
Yes.
First of all, do you have any history of mental health or illness, or any of your loved ones?
Yeah, I personally do. I have major depressive disorder that I was diagnosed with a few years back, and then my aunt herself has depression, and so do a few of my dad's relatives on his side. So yeah, it's definitely a familial thing.
And you've actually used that to help people, so can you tell us a little bit about the event that you're speaking at this week is at Windsor High School, and what that is?
Yeah, so the We Care Night, it's a night that is hosted by the district for staff and parents, and then some high schoolers to come and attend and learn about different mental health topics, so stress management, coping skills, a dietitian and nutritionist will be there. There's a resource fair for all kinds of different things within the community. I'll be speaking on a panel. There'll be QPR training, which is just addressing how to talk about suicide with teenagers. That'll be a training that's available for the staff within the district. So there's just a lot of opportunities to learn about things from professionals and people who have really been there, for those people that are really wanting to learn more and be better able to watch out for everyone else in the community.
And this is the second year for you to do this panel, and can you explain who's on the panel?
Yeah, so this will be my second year. We did it last year. So it'll be myself, my therapist Josie Rosenberg, and my mom Charlene, and we're going to be talking about everything that sort of preceded and everything that came after my suicide attempt in 2016, and looking at that occurrence and that circumstance from the therapist's point of view, the parent's point of view, and then my own point of view, and how that all sort of comes together to make that whole story and go into healing. And then we also have a time that's really open for questions from the audience, because sometimes the audience is a lot of parents that have been there or don't want their kids to be there ever, and so they're asking questions that they really can't just Google, or you can't just talk to your friends over coffee. This is a place for them to find answers and ask questions that they don't normally feel comfortable asking. But then they can go home and really put that into practice. So
it's really great. If somebody was hurting today, I ask everybody, what would you say to them today?
Life is really good, even when the days aren't as good, and the days can be really crappy, but above all of that, there's love and life and hope, and there's always support for anyone who's looking for it. There are websites you can find therapists on, there are hotlines, there are text lines, there are warm lines, for anyone who's feeling either in crisis or just feeling really emotional at the time. There's no shortage of people who care. It's just you have to find the courage to say something to those people that really care about you, if you're wanting help. So.
And if there was somebody that really wanted to talk to somebody and knew they needed a therapist, can you tell me like what you should look for in a therapist?
That's tough, because I met my therapist and I already knew that was the one I wanted. I think finding a therapist that you feel comfortable spilling your guts to, because it's really hard to find a therapist and you're like, well, I feel good about 80% of the stuff I could say to them. That's definitely not the therapist you want. I felt good about my therapist because she let me cuss as much as I wanted to. She was really funny. And I could say this really dark stuff and be like, oh, this really sucks. And she's like, that really sucks. You're right. And I didn't have to feel like she's like, it sucks, but we need to fix it right now.
Yeah.
That's what I really liked about my therapist. So I think finding a therapist that you feel there are a lot of similarities with how you talk about things is super important, and feeling like you can be 100% yourself, dark and twisty or not.
Yeah.
And they will be okay with that and be able to treat you from where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's great. And can you tell us when you will be speaking in your panel again? Like,
Yes.
Is it Thursday evening or?
Yeah, it'll be Thursday evening. I'm doing 2 hour-long sessions. One is at, I want to say 5:30 till 6:20, and another one is 7:20 until 8:30, I want to say.
And do we need to register for it, or is there an admission or anything?
No, there's no admission. Just show up at the high school at 5. That's when the resource fair will start, from 5 to 5:30. And then right in from there, all the sessions will start. It's totally free to the community. I think there will be dinner provided. So it's just a really great offering
Yeah.
for the people in Windsor.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much for letting me talk
thank
with you, and wishing you luck. You're going to, where are you going, Colorado State?
Yep.
For college?
Yep.
And you're
Yep.
studying?
Psychology and film studies. I'm so excited.
Great.
Very
Well, I'm excited for you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right.